call to order, please. First reading of the agenda, comments from the public, roll call. Reading, correction to the minutes from February 11, 2016, treasurer's monthly report, old business, jail. Comments from the public officials, new business for 2014 audit. Cleanup ordinance from last year, ordinance for 1 week holdback and changing dates for payroll. Then ordinance for direct deposit. One thing on it don't have is appointment of nursing home board member. Okay. I guess,
Judge, may I have the floor for a moment?
yes, sir.
With regards to the way we hold our meetings, at the August 14th, 2014 meeting, as a whole, this court implemented a 3-minute time limit for each public comment. And in order to be fair, all those that want to speak, we need to uphold decision made by this court. We've kind of gotten away from the 3-minute comment. I'm asking you to provide an officer of this court to adhere to this as close as possible. I've got a timer. I brought a timer that we can use tonight. If it doesn't suit you, let me know. I'll be happy to get a different one for the next meeting. Also, I'd like to ask members of the public that the comments that are made pertain to business before this court and be directed to 9 members of this court. If you have a question or comment for the sheriff, the county judge, or any elected official, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to meet with you outside of this meeting. Judge, I turn the floor back to you.
Okay. I will try to do better.
Thank you.
Okay. Comments from the public.
Turn the camera on. Karen Ward, I'd like for you to understand, Stephen,
Okay.
that some of us, we're on the outside looking in. And, you know, used to your public comment, you allow 10 minutes and then you cut it to 3. And you know, what you have on your package, we don't have. And that 1414-109, you know, if y'all would discuss it and then open it for public comment prior to your vote, you know, I mean, I've asked for that before. And it might, you know, it seems like you're not wanting the public to participate.
We don't have a problem with public participation.
You know, cutting this down, maybe, you know, maybe we need to do the, if you would open it up for public comment prior to decision, before any decision is made, that might help.
And we discussed that back and forth, and it's not anything, we may revisit that. But this
Well, I
time,
know
according
that
to the
Justice
what
James Ward put on a motion to allow that and didn't get a second from any of you. And, you know, Carl told me you didn't want it because you didn't want to stay here till midnight after the meeting. When I asked you why you didn't want the public to speak prior to any decision. I mean, and so we're not allowed to ask the judge any questions. I mean, what are we supposed to ask the justice?
anything business before this court.
Well, a lot of times our own business,
That's
we
what
never
it's
got
in.
own business. I mean, there's things that's not on our business that should be on our business right now. That just needs to be on there.
What needs to be on there?
Well, what about the sale at the transfer station? I mean, when you have all business is when it's not been finished.
Yes, and when the judge has something to present to this court about that, I'm sure he'll put it on the agenda and we'll discuss that at
But
whatever
it should
meeting.
stay his own business and he should say, I don't have this ready for now.
There's no reason to do that. But
Well, that's your opinion. And I guess, let me see how many minutes I have. I guess this is my one question. Do we have any ordinance authorizing the county judge to enter into a contract for services with the Association of Arkansas Counties? Who'd I ask that to? Dale, do you know?
I don't have a clue.
Okay, so I can't ask the county judge question. It's not on there. Okay.
Wait a minute, ask me the question again.
I said, do we have an ordinance authorizing the county judge to enter into a contract for services with Association of Arkansas Counties?
Judge,
I don't know what
We
you're
have
referring to.
done business with them.
I know we do business, but do we have an ordinance? Most counties, they do an ordinance every
We
year.
do not have an ordinance. No, we do not have an ordinance.
Don, should we? I mean, I don't know. A lot of counties do.
No,
The
we
first
don't.
of every year, they pass an ordinance and they tell how much we're paying Arkansas counties for their services.
It's in the budget.
certainly wouldn't be anything wrong with having an ordinance. I don't know what we pay them and so forth. I don't know the answer to that. It's something I can find out.
So nobody here knows what we're paying Arkansas County?
I don't have my budget book. It's,
What fund does it come out of?
Of the county expense, or I assume, I'll have to pull that out. Hang on, I can probably find it out right here. Mr. Jones being the
Well,
executive
you know, and
director.
I really truly, I'm addressing the court.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not addressing Mr. Jones. And if y'all wanna keep the rules,
Yes,
the
I
way you
agree.
just said, Steve.
I agree.
Yeah, so,
I agree.
you know, let's play by the game rules here. I do well by game rules.
Eddie, do you have anything to interject with that?
But don't take this from my time. Cut the timer
Well,
off.
you asked a question, so if you don't want to answer from me.
Okay, I don't just wanna cut into my time, I don't
Okay,
wanna,
never
I
mind.
don't answer it. Cause if y'all should be able to answer that for me. And then, when the county is in, on the risk management, what is the cap for their civil lawsuits? Bill?
No, I don't have a clue.
I mean, how am I
I'm
supposed
not
to get
the attorney.
answers?
I don't know. You asking Ms. Brown.
No,
Well, there would be a limit. There would be a limit.
yes.
There is to the cap, there has to be a cap on every risk
Judge,
management there
Judge, would
is
you know
on
what
this
that
board.
is?
Right.
I believe it's,
What is it, Gary? On a civil lawsuit, it's $350,000. I don't know if Gary's supposed to answer that, but thank you, Gary.
okay, I'm sorry, you find
Great job, guys, all I can say, good job.
All right, next person.
I've got questions for her. Do you have any more questions?
Oh, I have lots, but let's just let them go home. They wanna go home early, so let's let them go
I
home.
have the authority to call you back. You come back
No,
up and
I
ask
don't.
your question.
No. Steve doesn't want the public input and wants to keep it at 3 minutes.
I made the comment based on the wishes of this court, decisions made by the 9 members of this court on April 14th, 2014 meeting.
So the wishes of
It has
this
nothing
court.
to do with anybody wanting to go home early, nothing to do with nobody wanting the public to know anything,
August the 14th of when?
2014.
So that's when Don wrote his opinion.
That was all based on your comments back then of pushing the minutes to the forward of the meeting, or the comments to the front of the meeting instead of the back. That all came
Now,
from
my
that time.
comment was, I want you to follow the law,
And we did.
1414-109. No,
We are.
no, you could go a little further. You could open it back up and allow the public to speak prior to any decision.
Good, and if this court decided to make that decision, we'll make it as a court
Well,
and as a whole.
January the 2015, you decided not to.
Yes, ma'am. And if anybody in this court wishes to propose that, make a motion that way, and it gets a second, there will be a vote, and it would be voted on. But until that time, we're operating under the decision this court made back in August 2014.
Okay, public comment.
I have a question, but it's in regards to the chair lift. So can I ask that?
I don't think so.
I don't know, it has to do with the courthouse, and you're having your meeting here because of the chair lift,
I'll tell you
so.
what I'll do, if that's all right.
I got a whole list, I can just give you the list if you want.
No,
It's all for the chair lift.
Chairlift, I will put on old business, and I'll address that on old business. How about that?
All right, but this is specific questions about,
Okay.
You just need to get on the agenda and you can talk as long as you want.
I can just give you the list and that way you can.
No,
just
Cindy,
answer
we
the
want
question.
to hear it.
That way he'll talk about them and that's done.
Any other public comment? Class, public comment. Okay. Madam Clerk, call roll, please.
Justice Dust.
Here.
Justice Ferniman.
Here.
Justice Harper.
Here.
Justice Johnson.
Here.
Justice Lambert.
Here.
Justice Morris.
Here.
Justice Sharp.
Here.
Justice Ward.
Here.
Justice Wells.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Y'all have all been sent a copy of the minutes from February 11th. Is there any changes need to be made? The one I did see was third paragraph on the very last word, Bentonville. The part was supposed to be shipped from Canada last week to Bentonville. That was not, I said from Benton, not Bentonville. So just, that should read Benton, not Bentonville.
If there's no other changes, then changing Benton from Bentonville, I move to adopt the minutes
I have a motion by Jesse Ferniman to adopt the February 11th minutes
with the changes made.
with the change made from Bentonville to Benton. Do I have a second anywhere?
I second it.
Jesse Sharp seconded that. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, I guess I'll try to play treasurer. Our treasurer is in a meeting. I forget what she said. She's some mountain or something. Mountain or Petty Jean or somewhere with the, some board she's on. So I'll give you what she left for everybody. Randolph County books are balanced, reconciled through February 29th, 2016. Total funds to be accounted for at the end of February are $49,490.92. That figure is reflected on the bank reconciliation sheet and on your general ledger balance report. You are provided with copies of the reconciliation bank sheet, the general ledger ending balance for 2 months, the general ledger balance by fund summary, month 2. The revenue by fund and revenue code, year-to-date through month 2, the 2016 Randolph County budget summary update, the prior